This video is a continuation of the video where I show how to make decreases in mosaic knitting. In this video, I'm going to show how to make increases in mosaic knitting. So we want to make our decreases and our increases in such a manner that we maintain the color pattern. So when we did the decreases, we used knit two togethers here, here, and here on the right side and SSKs on the left side. That maintains the color pattern in the swatch. Now we're going to move up to here, up to row 25, and we're going to make our first increase. I put a little M there. That's really a white square. It looks black because of the M, but we're going to make an increase there and an increase over here. Notice that they're on a white square, so it needs to be a white stitch, but it just so happens that that's a red row. So I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to do that right now. We're working with the red yarn, so the first stitch is the edge stitch, and the very next stitch is going to be the make one, but it needs to be white. So we're going to work the edge stitch, knit, then to make that make one in white, we're just going to lift this strand between the two stitches in the row below up onto the left needle. That's our make one. We're not going to knit it because we don't want it to be red, we want it to stay white. So that's the make one. Now we're going to knit three in red, slip one, knit all the way over till we make the other make one in the white. Slip one. Now we're going to work over until there's one stitch remaining, and that's where we're going to make our increase on the left edge. Okay, then we want it to be white, so again we're just going to lift that strand from the two stitches below and put it on the needle. We're not working it, we're just slipping it. And we turn the work, and we're going to work back, doing the exact same thing, just slipping those two new stitches, not working them, just as you would slip the white stitches when you're working a red row. Okay, and we get over here to the other side, and we're going to slip this stitch also that we made, the new stitch, just slip it and knit the last stitch. Now we're ready to work a white row. There will be no increases on the white row, but we're going to work into the increases that we just made the row below. So now we've got our white yarn. We drop the red yarn in the front, the two colors don't cross, and we're going to follow our chart. So now we've got white, our new make one, which is white, so we're going to knit two, slip one, knit one, slip one. We're just going to knit right into this stitch. So we're going to knit the first stitch. The very next stitch is that make one. We're just going to knit it. And then we're going to slip one, knit one, slip one, and then knit one, slip one, knit three, slip one, knit one, slip one, knit one, slip one, knit the increase, and knit the last stitch. And now we're going to work back the wrong side row in the white, which we're knitting the white since we're working the white in stockinette. Be sure to watch the first video on the decreases too before you start in on this. It's really quite different from working regular stockinette stitch or one color fabric. Oops, I feel like there we go. Now we're going to make another another increase row on the red. So we're going to look at our little chart. This time we're going to make our M right here. It's a red stitch. There's going to be an increase, and the next increase over here is going to be right here. So they're on top of a red stitch, so I'm going to show how to do it with the red stitch. It'll make perfect sense to you. So we have our first stitch. There's no stitch in this column yet, and we're going to make one in red. Then slip one, knit three. So we're going to knit one and make one in red. This time we're going to slip the white yarn up like we did, but we're just going to knit it with the red. We're going to knit it through the back loop with the red. So the new stitch is red. Then we're going to do slip one and knit three. Slip one, knit one, slip one, knit one, slip one, knit one, slip one, knit three, slip one, and we're going to make a new stitch. We're going to lift this up, and we have to knit it through the back loop. When we just knitted the white stitch, when we lifted them up and knitted them with white, we did not have to knit them through the back loop and knit the last stitch. So now you've seen how to make increases, maintaining the stitch pattern in the color work, in the background stitch, and in the foreground stitch. There's links to the other videos in this series up in the top right corner that have been flashing. I'm sure you've seen them. Be sure to click on those and you can see the other videos that I have on mosaic knitting. Happy knitting!